Deanna Favre, the wife of NFL legend Brett Favre, has spent much of her adult life in the public eye, often not by choice, but by circumstance. Over the years, she's opened up about the deeply personal and sometimes painful chapters of their relationship, marked by addiction, scandal, loss, and illness. Yet, through every trial, Deanna has remained a figure of quiet strength and resilience, rooted in faith and a commitment to healing. Their relationship has returned to public attention with the release of the Netflix documentary Untold, The Fall of Favre, which revisits the 2010 controversy that embroiled Brett in scandal. At the time, he was accused of sending explicit messages and photos to Jen Sturger, a former New York Jets game day host. Sturger publicly stated that the communication was unsolicited and inappropriate, a revelation that cast a shadow over Brett's storied football legacy. In the documentary, Deanna addresses the incident with calm fortitude, offering only a few words. "I'm handling this through faith." That brief statement echoes a recurring theme throughout her life, leaning into spirituality and inner strength to confront adversity. Deanna's challenges, however, go far beyond this public scandal. In a deeply personal essay for Guideposts, she detailed a series of hardships that tested her emotionally and spiritually. Among them were the sudden death of her brother in an ATV accident, her own breast cancer diagnosis, and Brett's addiction to painkillers during his professional career. She recalls a particularly harrowing time in October 2004, writing, "That first week was tough. One of those weeks where, right out of the blue, your life will never be the same again." The diagnosis of breast cancer was especially jarring. Deanna described how Brett responded with immediate shock and vulnerability. "Brett was on the phone in minutes. All he could say was, 'Oh, God.'" The emotional toll was immense, but instead of retreating, they leaned into one another. Drawing strength from their shared history, they faced the illness as a team. Their bond has deep roots. The Favres met at just 14 years old in small-town Mississippi and began dating as teenagers. Deanna became pregnant at 19, and although their early years together were rocky, with breakups and time apart, the connection between them remained unshaken. They eventually married and became parents to 2 daughters, building a life that, though far from perfect, was deeply intertwined. College and early adulthood brought new challenges, especially as Brett's star rose on the football field. With fame came pressure, and with pressure came unhealthy coping mechanisms. Deanna described Brett's transformation into a rough, loud party animal, and how his increasing reliance on painkillers, fueled by injuries and the demands of his NFL career, nearly broke them apart. "He was horribly addicted," she recalled. "We got through that. He went to the Menninger Clinic and got help. We went through counseling together, and he became once again the best friend I'd ever had, and by now my husband." Even during their lowest points, the foundation of their relationship remained intact. Deanna shared that despite multiple breakups, they never lost their emotional connection. "There were times when we were broken up and seeing other people, but we still talked," she told the Journal-Times. "I always knew that even if we didn't make it as a couple, we could always be friends." Today, Brett and Deanna Favre remain married. Their relationship continues to be tested by public scrutiny, but also strengthened by years of shared experiences. Deanna has emerged as more than just the spouse of a football icon. She's a breast cancer survivor, an advocate for awareness and early detection, and a voice for families facing the challenges of addiction. The documentary Untold may have reopened old wounds, but it also serves as a reminder of Deanna's quiet perseverance. Her life stands as a testament to the power of forgiveness, love, and faith. Through loss, betrayal, illness, and healing, she has chosen not bitterness, but hope. a choice that has helped keep her family together and allowed her to inspire others walking similar paths. The Favre's journey is far from a fairy tale, but it is real, raw, and deeply human, a story of resilience in the face of heartbreak and of finding strength not just in love, but in faith that endures when everything else is uncertain.